Hello guys, I am back, Shifty here. I'm doing second commentary of today. It's really late, I know, but that's just how it is because I was recording earlier and then I realized I have my fan blowing at me again. So it's me going, hey, so that's annoying. But beyond that, this is a TVP on Kulas Ravine. This is my second match in the Diamond League. I've won my first one against the Zerg, and I didn't think it was worth broadcasting because it was pretty quick. It was decimation. And I feel that I should probably broadcast the good ones. The good games, whether I lost or won, just if they were good enough, with macro strategy or anything like that. Anyways, I feel that a big problem I have playing this StarCraft 2, the multiplayer, is just that oftentimes I have no problem playing against Terran and Zerg. If you saw my previous matches, I win a lot of them. It's just that my record against Protoss, however, is not very good. I think my 2 losses I posted on my account were through 2 Protoss, just because it's just so difficult to play against Protoss because of the many builds that Protoss can throw down. They can throw Phoenix, Void Ray, DT Rush, 4-gate Rush, Quick Expand, whereas Terran, on the other hand, is much more simple. You got your Barracks Cheese, if you can call that a build. What else is there? Standard build, which is just Factory Marines. Sorry, a little behind. Factory Marines, Marauders push. You can do a fast expand, which is my plan here. If you noticed, I didn't go for my gas immediately, contrary to my other builds. I always go for. Sorry. I always go for my my refinery right after I get my barracks. Usually, if you notice my other games, that's just because in order to sustain a Terran army, you gotta get gas. Otherwise, what can you build? You can build mass marines and SCVs, which would work in SC1 actually. You could do a push like that with your SCVs in front, but it just doesn't cut it here, since units no longer aim for other damaging units. Instead, they hit anything that attacks, including workers, so you can no longer use SCVs as a nice vanguard of your army. Anyways, my build order here I want to specify a little bit is one that I do. My fast expand, it involves a 10 supply and a 12 racks, which is just as soon as you have enough minerals to build your racks after you finish your supply depot. And you don't build gas or anything. You just wait for your barracks to finish. Your barracks should finish at 15 population, at which time you build your orbital command. And after your orbital command is, well, while you're building your orbital command, you should be building 1 marine, so you have population of 16. After population 16, you will reach 400 minerals, and then you throw down your command center. After your command center is thrown down, you can drop mule, build more SCPs, and start building up your money. I want back to the game. If you notice on the left right here, I put down a engineering bay because I just didn't want to take the chance of losing to a Protoss quick air rush Void Rays. 2 Void Rays would have owned me right here. There would have been no counter for me. No counter for me because there'd just be nothing I could do against. I have 1 marine that would just get annihilated immediately. So I wanted to take the take the precaution in case I should throw down a turret. But when I scouted, I saw his robotics facility, so immediately I knew that he was not going for air. And so then I just used my engineering bay for fast expansion, which, I mean, that's still beneficial. So there's really no harm in getting the engineering bay early. It's just it might delay my second barracks. Regardless, I also wanted to admit another mistake I made here was a little earlier when I was scouting. After I scouted the 1 o'clock, I scanned the 7 o'clock, sort of as if I was assuming that the Protoss player was just gonna be at that position for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. It was kind of cocky, or just it was a terrible assumption. Because one, I wasted a perfectly good scan, or on the other hand, I wasted a perfectly good meal that would have got me 200 minerals. So either way, it was a waste. I don't know what I was thinking. I could have just waited for my SCV, and if I had just waited a second later, I would have seen that his stalker was chasing me, which means that I knew he had to be at the 11 o'clock. Regardless, I didn't take that precaution. And it was just a little cocky of me, I would say. I felt a little confident that I could just win without a mule, I guess. 200 less minerals. Back to the expansion, I was destroying the rocks because obviously you can't saturate your mineral line because you can't move your SCVs through the rock. So after I destroyed the rock, I'm able to saturate the mineral line with SCVs from my main. But it's still beneficial that as Terran you get the meals, so even if you have no SCVs you can still take advantage of an expansion because it's much easier to expand that way. And so back to this game, sorry I keep saying back to this game, I don't even know why, I am obviously commentating this game. I go for a siege tech, or I was planning on going for a siege tech, but I see that he's putting on a lot of pressure. I think he definitely has seen my expansion here, which is why he's putting on the pressure really early. It's because of that early robotics. I see he didn't get an immortal or a colossus, which means that he must have gotten that just for an observer. So without a doubt, that observer is obviously going to be moving around the base, seeing that I have few units, and justification for that is because I have a expansion, which I have no doubt he scouted. Anyways, I'm just trying to pump out of my 2 barracks, which isn't nearly enough, and I don't have stim. The only thing I have upgraded so far is the Marauder concussion shells, which is effective but not that useful when there's a bulk of units against you. So I am in a lot of trouble here. I put up my expansion and I just finished my tank. I don't have siege yet, and I don't know what I was doing right here. I sent my units for backup. I finished stim, so I use that right now, but he also has blink, as you saw from his Twilight Council earlier, so that was going to be really good for him. That his stalkers don't have to move up one by one and take the hit, they just all move up and do a lot of damage like that. It's really effective, and I made a blunder right here when I tried to send my other Marauder and tank to help my natural expansion. It didn't go and help, they started going the other direction, so I don't know what happened. And I was trying to set a trap for him, or not set a trap, set bait. I moved my SCVs out, but I didn't move my command center very far. I left it there because I hoped that he would chase it instead, which he didn't do. And he just went straight for my economy, so he knows what he's doing. And there's little I can do here. I've got all my units destroyed, SCVs working, doing their fair share of work, going zzz, it's just not enough. He can keep blinking away and doing a lot of damage, and essentially I have no more economy. So this is about GG. But yeah, good game, guys. And also, I just want to say that if you're watching this, please recommend this video to your friends, to your family members, to your school, to anybody. I really want some more publicity, and I would really like to keep commentating, so it would really help if I got more viewers. Thanks, guys.